Hey, come on in. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. This is week two review. It was a pretty successful week. I'm wearing a microphone now because I'm sitting so far back from the camera. I want you guys to be able to hear me better. But this is what this little goofy thing is. But it was a really good week. I did have one day that was kind of so-so, even though I stayed within my macros, which is 1,800 calories a day. Um, we went to Subway because we had a coupon. And if you have coupons, or if we have coupons, that's the time we decide to go to Subway, because any other time we can't afford it. There was a lady in front of us. They got a foot long sub. I think she comboed it, and she got an icy, and it was $22. And if I'm gonna eat something that's $22 for one person, I'm gonna go somewhere better than Subway. So anyway, we did go to Subway. I had a tuna sub, and it was fantastic because I love their tuna. Um, but I did stay within my macros. So if you're wondering about macros, because I've mentioned them in both videos, macros is where, or the website is, you can go in and put in your height, your weight, your fitness, activity level, if you have any issues, health problems, that kind of thing. And they will tell you how many calories, protein, grams of protein, grams of fat, and how many carbohydrates you should have within a day to either lose weight, maintain, or gain weight. I don't want to gain weight, obviously, so I wanted to lose weight. And you can do it moderately, you can do it painfully, and they'll break it all down for you. I'll put their link in the description box below. There's also a Facebook support group as macros.inc, I think, and they are fantastic. The coaches are fantastic. I mean, obviously they want you to book a coach, or sign up with a coach. May I have a sip of coffee? They want you to sign up with a coach. And I've done it once, and I loved every minute of it. I did it a couple years ago. I loved it. My coach was fabulous, but it is a little on the pricey side. Back then, it was about $150 a month. I cannot keep that up. So I just try to do it on my own. But if you have any questions or anything like that in the Facebook group, they always respond. But that's the macros I'm doing, and I'm trying to maintain that every day. I will say that sometimes I'm a little lacking on tracking just because I don't want to track that day, and the weekends are the worst. Oh my God, the weekends are terrible. But I'm trying to get much better about that because I think that's the only way I'm going to be successful in the 67-day challenge. So anyway, my food was okay. My working out was good. I have stopped my afternoon walk with the dogs, and before you come at me and say shame on you, let me tell you why. Emma has a little bit of arthritis in one of her back legs, and when she walks a lot, she starts favoring it and she limps. And I don't want my dog to hurt. I love my little Emma. She does take medicine for it, but I don't want her in any kind of pain whatsoever. Riley, if you followed me for any length of time, or you've been on any live streams or anything, you know that Riley was a rescue. I took him over from somebody else, and he chews on his feet like he's eating a chicken leg. And he's on good medicine, he's on good food, he gets bathed in certain, I mean, he just will not stop. We bought him a bone for him to chew on, and as soon as he quit chewing on that, he went right back to his feet. So I'm in a Silky Terrier Facebook group, and there's people in there that say their dogs do the exact same thing. So I think it's habit at this point. He's 6 years old, he'll be 7 this year. I think it's habit. As much as I hate it, he's still going to do it. And then he does it to the point sometimes where he's limping. So I don't want to take him for a walk. And then I can't take George if I can't take the other two. So it's not fair. So we have been sitting outside this past week at lunch. Beautiful days, 60s to 70s. I've been trying to get a little bit of suntan because I hate wearing makeup. But if I have a suntan, I can, forego the makeup. So we've been sitting outside at lunch, and it's been awesome. Yesterday, Thursday, was fantastic. Got up to 78 degrees. It was a light wind. Oh, it was perfect. So having stopped the walking with the dogs, I've increased my bicycle time. So, and I don't spin, even though this is a spin bike that you see here. I just get on it and ride, and I try to maintain a certain speed and cadence and that kind of thing. And I do it by watching my favorite show right now, The Vampire Diaries. And so the time passes pretty quick. This morning, I did ride for a full episode, and so I felt really good about that. But the diet, the exercise has been really good. I've lost 3 pounds this week, so it's 9 pounds total. Let me write that down so I won't forget it. I wrote that in my Commit 30 planner. This may be a thumbnail. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I love my planner. I track everything in there. My food, I do not track in my planner. The food, I do track with a macros app, that macros.net. You can get from them. And it's kind of a booger to work with in the beginning, but by far it has been my favorite tracking app. I love it better than Fitness Pal and the Carb Manager. I like the macros one so much better. It is a little hard to deal with in the beginning, but there's tons of tutorials on the macro Facebook page that walks you through how to use it. They are not sponsoring this video. They have not told me to say anything. It's just been by far the best one that I've used. Something else that I've started doing for myself is stretching. As you see here, I can barely, get down to my shins. And I was standing outside and I was just kind of, and I was like, shoot, I can't hardly bend over. So with all the riding that I'm doing, I do get some tightness in my lower back, in that area back there. So I have decided to start stretching. I'm going to stretch throughout this 67 days. 5 minutes a day is the goal. If I can get 5 minutes in, then I'm okay. And it's just very light stretching, but it feels so much better after I do it. And I will say that these past 2 weeks, I do feel 100% better. I'm doing my journaling every day, even if it's just a little, little blurby about, having to do laundry or something. I've been doing that. I have this Aura ring. If anybody's been wondering what it is, it's an Aura ring. And this tracks things like your activity and your sleep is really what I'm tracking it for, because I do wear CPAP and I like to see how my sleep is, if I'm getting good sleep, because you'll start seeing it under these eyes if I don't. But that's what I wear this for. And on the Aura app, and it is something you have to pay for, it's like $5.99 a month or whatever. But they have a lot of different meditations and things like that you can fall asleep to. So I've used some of those just as my meditation piece of the 67-day challenge. I was doing like a reflection of just, walking. And when I was walking, I wasn't listening to any music or any books or anything, just kind of taking in what was around me and enjoying that with my time with the dogs, my quiet time. So there's been a lot of changes that have, come over in the last 2 weeks that are positive. I can see it. I'm sleeping better. I feel pretty good. Um, I've been taking my vitamins, which reminds me I need to take them. But I've started back taking my vitamins. And whether a lot of this stuff is psychological or not, I do feel so much better. And I'm hoping that as this continues on, I will continue to feel good and continue to lose weight. But it has not been as difficult as it could be. I have given up wine. And I love my wine. I love Friday nights wine, and I'm filming this on Friday, so normally this is the night I would be excited because I would be getting my wine. I would be sitting and crocheting. For those of you that have been with me for a while, you know that I crochet and donate hats and things like that to local homeless shelters. So at the end of the year, right before it starts getting cold, I take a big batch of hats to my church, and they take them to the homeless shelters in downtown Atlanta. Have a sip of coffee. So they do that. So now, that it's getting warm, nobody really needs hats. So this is when I work on them. So at night, instead of drinking wine or eating or doing anything like that, I will sit and crochet. And this is what I've gotten so far. It's not a lot, but I don't get a lot of time in the evenings to do it. But this is what I've got so far. And I bought a lot of this Christmas yarn last year. So I'm going to make a bunch of Christmas pattern hats. I don't know. It's kind of weird to, people that come to a homeless shelter that want a Christmas themed hat. And then some people may, because it may put them in a better mood. I don't know. But I have the yarn. This is what I'm going to use. And I think it's going to make a really pretty pattern. But anyway, so I do that in the evening. So, and I have started feeling better when I crochet. And I started crocheting back when COVID happened. And it just changed my mood and that kind of thing. And then I kind of took a break because everybody in the family had gotten crocheted items. except my brother-in-law. So if my brother-in-law, you're watching this, I'm going to make you a blanket. I promise. But, everybody in the family had gotten something. They said, we don't want any more. So I kind of stopped. And I tell you what, when I stopped crocheting, I noticed a huge difference in my mood. So I picked it back up to make the hats. But anyway, everything, the 2 weeks has been good. I feel, like I said, I feel a lot better. I'm getting out of bed in the mornings so I can get up and ride because I have, I wanted to ride at least 30 minutes, but this morning I rode for a full 45, which is good because I haven't done anything in months. So I felt good to do that. It was a little tough, but I did it. But I feel better, and I think this is going to be something successful. Even if I thought this morning, even if I only lost 10 pounds, or if I only lost 15 pounds or 20 pounds, anything that I lose is going to be a success because I think this is something that I can continue on. I'm hoping. I have started I've added a little bit of light weight training. You saw that last week. I showed a little, picture of that. So I started adding very light upper body weight training because I am riding the bike. I'm not doing anything lower body other than the bike right now. So I'm going to keep going. I may, after the 67 days are up and I go on vacation and do all that, add my wine back. I really took the wine away because I wanted to see if it did help with the weight loss efforts. Even though the wine that I have, it's called Grazie, and it's no sugar, no carbs. I think it's no carbs. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's no sugar. And I'll put a link for them in the description box below too, because if you're a wine drinker and you're trying to, if you want something with no sugar, you can check them out. They have a red, a white, and a rosé. And the only thing I've had is the red, and I absolutely love it. And I have a whole box in there because it comes in a box. They ship it to you. You can't buy it in stores. But I have a whole box in there, and I think I'm going to give it to my sister-in-law because I'm not going to drink it. I don't want it to go bad. So anyway, that is week 2 update, and I have, like I said, it's been a successful week. I hope you guys will subscribe to the channel so you can support me on this journey. Just give me a little rah, rah, rah from time to time because that will be a big help. Any support I can get is appreciated. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.